Now, Mr. Suresh.
Honorable Chairman, sir, thank you for giving me opportunity to speak this important bill, which is High Court and Supreme Court Judges Salaries and Conditions of Service Amendment Bill 2021. Sir, this bill seeks to amend High Court Judges Salaries and Conditions of Service Act 1954 and the Supreme Court Judges Salaries and Conditions Service Act 1958. These acts regulate the salaries and condition of service of the judges, High Courts and Supreme Court of India. So further, the bill provide for additional quantum of pension or family pension under the acts. All retired judges of the Supreme Court and High Courts and their family members are entitled to pension or family pension. They are also entitled to an additional pension or for family pension when they attain to certain age in accordance with a specific scale. The scale contains 5 age brackets with a minimum age of 80, 85, 90, 95 and 100 years. Another additional quantum increase with the age from 20% to 100% of the pension or family pension. This bill clarifies that pension will be entitled to additional pension or family pension from the first day of the month in which they are complete the minimum age under the concerned or work age bracket. So the bill is a piece of protective legislation that ensures the economic well-being of the judicial fraternity in the country, even at a time when the ongoing COVID pandemic has caused immense unemployment, loss of jobs, and even suicide of several Indians who are unable to feed their children or found unemployed all of a sudden. When families are being decimated due to unemployment and economic hardship, the government has chosen further to help and support the judiciary by a pension scheme and generous salary, while the decision is appreciable. As it has been a long-standing demand of the judicial fraternity, let's look into the matters that are equal and important nature. Sir, there are 4 crore plus pending cases across all courts in India. Honorable members, those who are spoken in this house mentioned, exact figures are more than 4 crores. As figures further reveal that cases that are more than 3 to 5 years old form the largest number of cases that are pending. I would like to quote former Chief Justice Markandeya Kadju, who stated 2019 that even if no cases were added, it would be taken at least 300 years to dispose of the entire backlog of the case. Who is the most affected party in such backlog, sir? So government should reply for that. The poor, the Dalits and marginalized are ones who will be affected as justice gets delayed and process gets indefinite lengthy. Therefore, the judiciary must make sure that justice is not denied or delayed to the poorest, even when it's ensuring that its perks and emoluments. I would bring your attention to the report titled Landmark Cases of Caste-Based Sexual Violence from 1985 to 2021, released by the National Council for Women Leaders. The report exposes the judiciary that invisibilized the case against Dalit women where the upper caste brutalized them. The report that carries reference 12 major cases states further, in no one of the cases mentioned in its report, a decision was taken within a year. Only 3 out of the 12 mentioned cases, there was a conviction of the accused. Even here, the conviction in two out of 3 was murder, and the court chose not to apply the SC/ST Atrocities Act. Honorable Chairman, sir, the position is clear that the judiciary is not doing its duty when it comes to Dalit and their rights are not honored or maintained. Now I am very happy to have this bill discussing lengthy time, because when during the BSc time, some of the BSc members are asked why we are discussing such a long time. But I argued that this is a very important bill. Yeah, but there is a suggestion.
But
Yeah. So why I
widely referred.
yeah, because of course this bill is the salary related, pension related. But at the same time, honorable members spoken various issues, various aspects, various problems about our judiciary. That's why that suggestion was I made. Sir, especially I want to express the feeling of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in the judiciary. So the judicial representation of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. What is the situation, sir? Everybody knows that. I'm not going to details. The fact that in the 70 years of the existence, India Supreme Court has seen only 8 women judges and 1 Dalit Chief Justice is testament to the reality that the composition of our judiciary is not representatives of our population. Sir, when then President Dr. K.R. Narayanan, he became a President of India. At that time, he is specially interested when the collegium was not recommended by Sri K.G. Balakrishnan.
No, you don't have to say that. This will not.
Yeah,
This is not.
I am agreeing. But
Don't mention that.
yes. Anyway, so I am very proud of that. During this debate, I am coming from Kerala. I am very proud of that. I am very proud of say that on Dalit Chief Justice of India belongs from Kerala. This is K.G. Balakrishnan. Sir, after that, after the Dalit Chief Justice of Supreme Court, there is no chance to get a Supreme Court judges or Chief Justice in High Courts. So this is the disparities going still in this country. So after independence, still the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes representation in our judiciary is away from us. So the resolution by Supreme Court is the only major landmark that made serious first Supreme Court collegium on August 17, 2021, with the resolution included 3 women judges and 3 women justices. I hope 2027, I am very glad to say that 2027, we are expecting a women Chief Justice of Supreme Court. So we are very glad to that. 2027, at least we are getting 1 women Chief Justice of India. The collegium also proposed names of judges from the both scheduled caste and OBC, Justice C.T. Shivakumar, Justice M.M. Suresh, respectively. So the judiciary has been slow ensuring the representation of scheduled caste women judicial officers, as it took 70 years or so, making the wheels of an inherently biased system to approve the representation of the marginalized and women move in a opposite direction. The present decision by the judiciary, even in a small fraction, is appreciable. However, this does not mean that the long-standing demand of various lawmakers to ensure reservation of the judges is taken up by the government or judiciary debating in its most sensitive matter, as reservation is the only way for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes to ensure their rightful representation in the judicial system, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir, I demand once again that the government implements the reservation policy in judicial appointments in India so that the Dalits will get an opportunity in representing themselves in a highest form of justice that is otherwise biased against them. Honorable Chairman, you are aware of that. From among the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe community, there are eminent lawyers, there are senior advocates, there are well-known lawyers. But why the collegians not considering for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe advocates for the nomination of the High Court and Supreme Court judges? So it's a very, very unfortunate, sir. So during this debate, this is a historic debate as far as the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe people are concerned. That's why I am expressing our anguish. I am expressing our deepness of the deep pain of these situations, sir. The representation of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, sir. Sir, if Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is to have any meaning, the government must ensure restoration of Dalits in judiciary and make its 75th year of independence truly meaningful. Sir, are judges fair and transparent? Question that merits our discussion. There are instances where justice like Ranjan Gogoi, who were rewarded with the parliamentary position immediately after retirement of their support to the government of day, and other hand justice like Krishna Loya and founded under mysterious circumstances. And also, sir, other Supreme Court Chief Justice, former Supreme Court Chief Justice, when he retired, immediately was appointed as Governor of Kerala, Justice Sadashivam. You are very much aware. Will justice, lawyers, family ever get justice? Will the Dalits marginalized and get timely and fair justice? Will pendency of cases ever get reduced so that people don't have to spend lifetime in court waiting for judgments? So these are the questions that the Parliament must ask while deciding on salary and pension of judges. I would also like to add the Supreme Court Chief Justice Ramana suggested the central agency with a degree of autonomy for overseeing infrastructure development to the subordinate courts in India as an important aspect increasing efficiency of courts. It is important to note that total 981.98 crore sanctioned in 2019-20 under the centrally sponsored scheme, CSS, in the state and union territories for development of infrastructure in the courts. Only rupees 84.9 crore was utilized by the combined 5 states, rendering the remaining 91.36 funds unused. This underutilization of funds is a not anomaly induced by the COVID-19 pandemic. The issue has been plaguing the Indian judiciary for nearly 3 decades when CSS was introduced 1993-94. This is one of the reasons why Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana recently proposed creation of National Judicial Infrastructure Authority of India, which will take control of the budgeting and infrastructure development of the subordinate courts in the country. I would like to add that the Indian judiciary infrastructure has not kept pace with the huge number of litigation instituted every year, as the total sanctioned strength of the judicial officers in the country is 24,280, but the number of court halls available is just 20,143, including 620 rented halls. Sir, Honorable Chairman, sir, from the basic we have to start, and that includes infrastructure development, dispensation of cases with the effective speed and reduction of pendency, and these matters are to be addressed as the Honorable Chief Minister has, Honorable Chief Justice has pointed out by means of the single institution and agency, the National Judicial Infrastructure Authority of India, which will take control of the budgeting and infrastructure development of subordinate courts in the country. I would conclude by saying that justice delayed is not justice denied, but justice distracted and diminished, and the judicial system, while deliberating on salaries and pension, must also ensure that justice is served on time. With these words, Honorable Chairman, sir, thank you very much for giving me time. Thank you so much.